All right, y'all. Welcome back to part two of me looking into the top 100 players of 2025. We're now going to be looking at the rest of the players, starting with number 50 to 41. And of course, you can see these names right here. So, once again, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to pretend that I didn't see that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? Okay, why is there a mouse sticking at the bottom of my screen? Whoa, what is going on here? Why is there another mouse right here? Yo, is this glitched? I don't have time for that. But anyway, we're gonna resume to number 50. We got Baker Mayfield at number 50. We had 28 passing touchdowns. I thought he had more than that. 4,500 passing yards. Oh, I actually thought he had more than that. I thought he scored touchdowns in the 30s. I thought. Holy 13 fumbles. Yo, that is too much right there. 3 rushing touchdowns. Yo, as good as Baker Mayfield has been, that is way, way, way too many fumbles for him to have. That's way too much. Way too much. But I think that's a fair spot. Quinion Mitchell at number 49. 12 passes defense. That is good. That's actually good there, but it might be crazy for me to say. Do you think that's too high for Quinion Mitchell? I mean, as good as he was in his rookie season for the Eagles, I think that's a little too high for me. You got Jonathan Grenard, whatever his last name is pronounced, for the Vikings. He's at 48 with 12 sacks, 18 tackles for loss. Dang, he's like that? He's like that? Yeah, I don't know. He's that good. Sheesh. Wow. Goes to him. Although he's not going to get a sack on Jordan Love. We know that's true. We got Tyreek Hill. Wow, this feels very, very rare to see. Was he like. Oh, yep, it says right here. He said he was the number one player from last year. Yeah, he was number one last year. I think that was the season when he went extremely crazy. And I think that was the year when Tua played in all 16 games, if I'm not mistaken, right? So he went from number one last year to now number 47. Sheesh. Now, now I'm not gonna blame him that much, although he wasn't being like himself there. I mean, he literally quit the team at the end of the season, which is very uncharacteristic that I see from Tyreek Hill, at least in my eyes, there at least. But even though there were times where he gets into his head sometimes, his quarterback wasn't out there. Okay, again, who made the top 100? Who I believe should not never be in the top 100 for this year. But yeah, Tua was banged up. He was out for a number of games once again. So, assuming if Tua were to stay healthy throughout the whole entire season, no doubt Tyreek Hill's numbers would definitely sky rise for sure, absolutely for sure. So, I think that's a fair number there for him. Will Anderson Jr. at number 46, 16 times for loss, 11 sacks, a forced fumble. This guy has been looking good. I've been paying attention to this guy. This guy has been doing very, very well the first 2 seasons for the Texans. Sheesh. Alongside with Daniel Hunter, yeah, this guy is going to be a beast. In fact, he already is. So that's good right there for him. You got Trent Williams at number 45. Hey, I wonder how old this guy is. Oh, so right here, 36. He's 36 years old. Is he trying to be like Andrew Whitworth, trying to play until he's like 40 or something? That's me. You know, you guys think he should have been a little higher? Although he only played 10 games last season. All right, we got Mike Evans. This feels rare as well. Number 44, over 1,000 yards, 110. This dude right here, this guy been having over 1,000 yards every single season that he played in the entire league. I mean, we're talking about guys like Jameis Winston was playing with him. Obviously you got Tom Brady out there. Now Baker Mayfield. Is there another quarterback that I missed out on that Mike Evans with? But he's been playing with different quarterbacks there. As we know, Tom Brady obviously the best one out of the three. But Baker Mayfield was really, really good there as well. But Tom Brady was the best one out of the three that Mike Evans played with. And he's still putting up numbers. 11 receiving touchdowns, 13.6 yards uh per rec, I should say, per rec. I would say per catch sounds better to me, but anyway, Mike Evans is still looking like a beast. All right, it says right here that he's set to turn 32 before the season, so I'm assuming he's already 32. So I think he may have another good couple years left within him and his belt before we see some sort of decline here for Mike Evans. But man, this guy is just a beast. Jalen Carter at number 43. This guy is a beast as well. 4.5 sacks as a defensive tackle, 12 tackles for loss. Hey, he was really, really, really good. He looked really, really good there for the Eagles on that defensive line. How do you guys feel about him being number 43? Deion Dawkins at number 42. How do you guys feel about that? Puka Nacua. So obviously he had that insane rookie season where he had about what? I think 1,400 receiving yards, if I'm not mistaken, last season. Now I think this year. Now I think this year he was dealing with a number of injuries there, so he wasn't able to break that 1,000-yard mark there again. But he's still a darn good receiver. Don't get me wrong, he's still very, very good. However, I don't think I would put him this high. Just by looking at this statistical season, I would like him lower than this. Like um maybe in the 50s perhaps there. So not really 41 there for me. That's just my opinion. All right, moving on to number 40 to 31. We got Raquan Smith. Wow, he dropped 21 spots. For being one of the top linebackers in the league. I didn't expect. Although the defense wasn't great, so maybe he was a part of that Ravens defense struggle, but that's just surprising to me to see that he falls down that low. But how y'all feel about him ranked number 40? Do you guys think that's too high or that's too low? Let me know about that. Because this guy is a great athlete. Yes, CJ Stroud coming in at number 39. This guy's good. This guy good. He also knows how to play in the clutch. 20 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions. Not the best year for CJ Stroud. So yeah, it looks like it was a bit of a sophomore slump, but it was not too bad. Although 3,700 is pretty low right there. Although they were suffering with injuries at the wide receiver spot, so and 6 fumbles, which is not great. So I think it's gonna depends on what the offensive line does. Protecting CJ Stroud, because it can't get any worse than that. Okay, it can't. If the Houston Texans offensive line somehow becomes maybe decent, then we're gonna see a better CJ Stroud, a bounce back CJ Stroud for sure. But with some question marks on the offensive line, I'm not too sure about that. That's just me. But I definitely love CJ Stroud, though. I definitely love him. I hope he has a great career for Houston Texans. I'm just not sure if he's going to be great this season, given the amount of this O-line not being able to protect him as much. So, all right, Nick Bonito, number 38. Wow, 13 and a half sacks. 60 tackles for loss. I wonder when this guy was drafted. Man, he looks young. He looks very young. Wow, those are impressive numbers. Oh man, we got the married man of 2025, Travis Kelsey. Hey, shout out to him for the engagement there, man. Shout out to him and Taylor Swift. They have definitely turned into a power couple right here, for real. Now, as far as for this season, 823 receiving yards and 97 catches, 3 receiving touchdowns. Yeah, it looks like he's about to reach toward the end of his career, but hey, once he retires, he's good. He's good. He's already gonna get married. He's already gonna get married there, so doesn't matter what Kelsey does. Now maybe it does matter if they're for the season because we would like to see him bounce back, but even during the season, he's just gonna be smiling all the way at the end. And once he retires, he's gonna have that happy life, man. So congratulations. Blah, blah, blah. So I can't even say the word. So congratulations to Kelsey and Taylor Swift for the engagement. Wowzers. Wowzers. That's phenomenal. But I hope Travis Kelsey bounce back. That's what I kind of would like to see. Now Micah Parsons is in number 36. No longer a Dallas Cowboy. He's a Green Bay Packer. Oh my God. I still can't believe I'm even saying this again. But you got 12 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and 13 games, 2 forced fumbles. If he would have played every single game, he could have had 20. And how about this bet? He's going to have 20 plus sacks here for the Packers this season. Book it. He's going to have 20 plus sacks. 20 plus sacks. Man, I cannot wait for Sunday to see what he does against the Lions. They also got another Cowboy. Well, all being Micah, a former Cowboy, but another Cowboy, you could say. C.D. Lamb. Well, I was expecting more yards than this. Almost 1,200. 101 catches. And 6 touchdowns. And majority of this was without Dak Prescott, by the way. He was playing without Dak, and he's still putting up these numbers like this. So that's incredible right there for C.D. Lamb. But unfortunately for him, he won't be going anywhere for the season or anytime soon. After that trade with Micah. Now we got Buda Baker at safety. He's number 34, and it looks like he rises up from 55. Wow. Tackles for losses at 10, 2 sacks, 5 passes defended, 1 forced fumble. How do you guys feel about him being number 34? Do you think that's too high or is that too low? Josh Jacobs. He should be in the top 20 if you ask me. He needs to be in the top 20. Top 30 at least there, but certainly top 20. Look at 301 rushing attempts, 1,329 rushing yards, 15 rushing touchdowns, in addition with 342 receiving yards and a touchdown. This guy definitely helped this team out back into the playoffs. Clearly he did. And I'm sure all of us here already knew about that. But yeah, he needed a refresh. Because he was in a bad situation with the Raiders, who weren't very, very good at having that running game there, feeling for Josh Jacobs. And now he's on the Packers. Oh yeah. He's definitely gonna find some holes there now. He's gonna be running through them holes, and so all those 4 fumbles, he needs to lower those fumbles there to me. But I still love Josh Jacobs. Definitely can't wait to. Yeah, Nico Collins at number 32. Okay, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Okay. I actually thought he would have much more than that, but that's still good numbers right there. That's good, still good numbers. We got George Kittle. He also got 1,100 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns. It's obviously the best tight end in the league. Now, Brock Bowers may have something to say about that, but for right now, I'm going to go with Kittle. George Kittle. All right, we got numbers 30 to 21. Starting with my guy, Xavier McKinney. Are you kidding me? 8 interceptions, 2 tackles for loss, 88 tackles in 17 games. This guy literally had the best season of his career. And obviously, this is coming from my team, of course, the Green Bay Packers in green and gold. Man, oh man. I ain't gonna lie. I knew that Jay McKinney was gonna be good, but damn, I didn't think he was gonna be that good. Jesus, already turned himself into an elite safety in this league. Woo! That's the best safety in the league right here. That's the best safety in the league. You know it, and I know it. All right, we got AJ Brown. How many of those temper tantrums is he's going to be going through this season? I wonder. Just playing, but over 1,000 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. Okay. So probably not the dominant AJ Brown I thought we probably used to seeing, but I think that's a fair rating. We got Tristan Wirfs, the offensive tackle. Now, I did see that he is one of the best tackles there in the league when I play Madden there, of course. So, how do you guys feel about Tristan Wirfs being at number 28? Think that's a good spot there for him? Jahmyr Gibbs, yikes. 1,400 rushing yards and 250 attempts. 16 rushing touchdowns. He got to go higher. He needs to be higher. I mean, those stats said it right there for himself. Like if you're not going to appreciate your players, if you're not going to appreciate your players being where they are right now, even when look at these stats, I would consider moving them upwards. That's just me. We got Zach Bond for the Eagles, number 26. Wait, this guy used to play for the Badgers, right? Because I was a Wisconsin Badgers fan of football there for a minute now. Is that the guy who played for the Badgers? I don't remember. He got 11 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, an interception, 5 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. Yeah, he played lights out there last season. Daniil Hunter, 17 tackles for loss and 12 sacks. Say, how old is he, guy? He's got to be around 30, right? I think he is. So I think he's still got only got a good few years left within him. But yeah, that boy Daniil Hunter, I cannot forget about having these nightmares that he had to sack Aaron Rodgers back then. Jesus. But you got Brock Bowers. Man, almost 1,200 receiving yards, almost. 5 touchdowns, 112 catches. Man, if there's any other rookie skill position with playing like that, if I were to bet on that, I would say no way. No way. Micah, you can bet on that. So happy for Micah, man. You also got Lane Johnson, number 23. All right. Love to see it. Got Max Crosby, 17 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, and 20. What's that stands for? I really don't remember, but yeah, Max Crosby is always a beast there on that football team. He's always a beast. Jaden Daniels, the quarterback for the Commanders. 3,500 passing yards. Okay, 25 passing touchdowns and 9 interceptions. And of course, he fumbled the ball there 5 times there, which is not great. But he also had 6 rushing touchdowns in there as well. So realistically, he had about 31 touchdowns here on his own. 31 overall, which is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this man took probably a below average team, I guess, in the Commanders, and he has turned this team around. It is crazy. It is so crazy. All right, next up, 20 through 11. 2011. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown, obviously in the top 20. Nah, that's not a surprise to me at all. Over 1,200 receiving yards, 11. What does YPR stand for? 12 receiving touchdowns. Oh, yards per catch. That's what it stands for. Yards per reception. That's what that means. That's what that means. 115 catches too. Play every single game. This guy is a dog. Absolute dog. Hopefully won't be seeing any of that once the regular season begins. Now, Jalen Hurts only dropped a few spots, it appears. 2,900 passing yards is insane to me. 14 rushing touchdowns and 9 fumbles. Eesh. Gotta do a better job of protecting that football. Need to do a better job at it. Mm-hmm. Derek Stingley Jr. That's the best cornerback in the league, I think. I think so. 4 tackles for loss, 18 passes defended, 5 INTs. This guy is a beast of a cornerback for the Texans. Absolute beast. Love to see that. Dexter Lawrence. He played in 12 games. He had 8 tackles for loss and 9 sacks. How do you guys feel about him being number 17? You think he should be higher or should be lower? Just let me know. You got Fred Warner, middle linebacker for the 49ers. He got 5 tackles for loss, 131 tackles. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. This is fire. You got Jared Goff. We got bounced out of the playoffs by J.D. Daniels. How does that feel? But, wow. 72.4 completion percentage. Over 4,600 passing yards. 37 touchdown passes to just 12 INTs. Wow. Yeah, Jared Goff was putting that ball on the money. Winding to all those receivers. Man, oh man. That's something else. But Trey Hendrickson, I'm glad he finally got his due. Well, not really because it is just a 1-year deal, but still, it's going to be very, very great to see him back out there. 17.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 19 tackles for loss. Whew. Man, oh man. Man, when that Bengals defense had their issues there last season, he was not one of those reasons. Okay, he's not. He's like that. You got Penny Sewell at number 13. All right, how do you guys feel about that? Obviously, that's a great tackle. Don't get me wrong. All right, Chris Jones is out of the top 10. Yikes. Yikes. That's very unusual. Very, very, very unusual. Yeah, but I guess it is what it is. Good for Chris Jones, though, for having those Super Bowl rings, though. And in front of him is T.J. Watt. 61 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, and 11.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 2 fumbles returned. Man, is he trying to be the next J.J. Watt or something? Is he going to be the next older brother there eventually? Because that is insane. That is absolutely insane. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into the top 10 players of the 2025 NFL season. Now, if I see anything wrong, I'm going to get on your head. Okay? Plain and simple. I'm going to get on your head. Patrick Surtain II is number 10. Myles Garrett is over Patrick Surtain, isn't he? Because if it is, that is absurd. That is absurd. If that would be the case. But yeah, 11 passes defended, 4 interceptions, a forced fumble, a fumble return for a TD. That's why he won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a dog. He is a beast. He's a Sultan. Okay, I love that for Patrick. Definitely love it. Wow, Justin Jefferson to number 9. Excuse me, I almost said 99. Over 1,500 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. He should have been higher. He should have been higher. I mean, he's he is a good argument in a debate as to why he would be the best wide receiver in the league. Okay, um, wow, number 9 is crazy. Number 9 is just insanely crazy. Big wrong on that one. Oh man, there's Myles Garrett. 22 tackles for loss, 14 sacks, 28 quarterback hits. Besides a dog. It's just unfortunate. Well, I don't know if I can say unfortunate, but he's the one who decided to sign that contract. He decided to do that. But yeah, here you are. Back to mediocrity in Cleveland, which I do not love at all. But yeah, Myles Garrett is obviously a beast. Derrick Henry at number 7? 17 games, 1921 rushing yards. He had almost 2,000. 16 rushing touchdowns, 193 yards, 2 TDs he carried from the air, and he fumbled 3 times. Yeah, this guy still has it all, man. He still has it. I mean, the size, the gigantic size. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. He's probably somewhere flexing his muscles or something. Just saying. Just saying. You got Joe Burrow. They played 17 games, almost 5,000 almost 5,000 passing yards, 43 passing touchdowns to 9 interceptions. I mean, what more can you ask for him to do? What more could you ask? And despite his defense does him no good at all, do him no favors, Joe Burrow always gonna show up, especially in the big moments. Okay, I have seen that like last year against the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh wait, Bengals against the Denver Broncos. I want to say Denver Broncos. He was clutch. He was clutch. No doubt of him that he's gonna be clutch again this upcoming season. We got Patrick Mahomes at number 5. Wow. 26 passing touchdowns to 11 interceptions. He also got 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 fumbles. So we used to talk about him as a top 3 player, and now to a top 5 player. Now I understand why they did that, because their season overall did not look as great as it was in previous years. So I definitely understand why he's number 5. I might put him top 3. Top 3 to me. That's how I would roll with it. You got Jamar Chase. Man, the Triple Crown winner. 1,708 receiving yards. 17 receiving touchdowns. 127 catches. Boy, oh boy. And as president of those are, I think that's what he needed to be like. I think he needed to be that type of guy there, of course, because if y'all didn't see how that defense for the Bengals looked last season, it was bad, like extremely bad. So I would not be surprised if Jamar Chase goes crazy here again, unless if there would be some point on the scene where he could be injured at some point, which I probably don't see happening at the moment, but he certainly can have those numbers right here again, 1,700. Josh Allen at number 3. We're in the top 3. 28 pass touchdowns, just 6 interceptions, along with 12 rushing touchdowns. So he had overall 40 TDs right there. And he led that team all the way to the AFC Championship game against, guess who? The Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs. So as much as many people want to see Buffalo make the Super Bowl, their defense got to get their acting there together. I guess actual Mahomes, okay, they just have to, in my opinion. They're gonna have to. So shout out to Josh Allen making the top three. Yeah, Lamar Jackson. Now me, I would put Josh Allen ahead of Lamar Jackson because seeing what Lamar Jackson played last season and maybe a number of years, it does not surprise me a bit. Not one time. But the other items, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta find some of those bags. Find some of those bags. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, obviously a great and special of an athlete. 4,172 passing yards, 41 passing touchdowns, and just 4 INTs, along with 4 rushing touchdowns with 10 fumbles. Now I would love to see him get to the Super Bowl. I'm just not sure when that is because it has been a number of opportunities for the Ravens to get back to the Super Bowl, specifically the one against the Chiefs a couple of years ago, right? They folded. The Ravens kind of folded against the Buffalo Bills there, so I guess that's that. And I think I have a feeling who's number one is going to be. Yep. Saquon Barkley. 16 games, 205 rushing yards, 5.8 yards per catch, 13 rushing touchdowns, 33 catches, 278 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns as 2 fumbles. So Saquon Barkley is the number 1 rated NFL player of 2025. Do you guys think the NFL writers or whoever did this got this right? Y'all think this could be correct? I did see a few errors. I think I know why they're putting Saquon Barkley as number 1. Is it because of that hurdle that he made, the backwards hurdle against some defender for the Jaguars? I have not forgotten about that. But man, Mr. Saquon Barkley, in his first year as a Philadelphia Eagle, got a Super Bowl ring. How impressive is that? How impressive is that? Man, that's just so crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is officially every single player of the 2025 Top 100 list. What do you guys think about this list? You can put your comments down below. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and also please subscribe. And until next time, this is Cam chillin', and I am signing off. Peace.